Hi everyone, welcome to the Stop, Drop, and Knit YouTube channel. My name is Lisa. I am a knitter and a natural dyer coming to you from Long Island, New York. Today I have something different to share with you. I am about to enter the world of crochet projects, and I'm going to take you with me as I crochet my very first project from start to finish. So a new crochet company called Yeezhee reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in trying out their crochet basket pattern. And it sounded like fun to me, so I agreed, and they sent me everything I need to get started crocheting this basket. So we're going to unbox this together and then just dive in and get started. I am a little bit nervous. I have only crocheted a couple of small amigurumis before, just helping my son Owen get started because he was interested in crocheting some little animals. And so I basically have sat with him and just learned enough to help as he did projects, but I have not crocheted anything of my own before. So this is a brand new adventure for me, and I thought it would be really great to test out one of these beginning crochet kits as an absolute beginner. A lot of these review videos tend to be by people who do have experience crocheting. So I think the benefit of watching this video and coming along with me on the journey is that I have no idea what I'm doing. And so if you are somebody who has been interested in learning to crochet but doesn't know where to get started, then let's do this together and see if a Yeezhee crochet basket project would be a good beginner project for you. So I've not opened this yet. I've got some scissors here, and I'm just going to So first impressions coming right up. Okay, so inside this very large package was this little small bundle. So this looks really interesting. Yeah, we're gonna open it. Okay, so there's this little booklet, and this has the crochet basket on it. So I got to choose the colors that I wanted, although I think the white one was out of stock. So I chose the teal color because that just was going to go best with my space. Okay, so it says crochet basket. The crochet process for crochet baskets from Yeezhee with different color patterns remains the same. Basically, you can do this project in any color you want. So right away on the first page, it says, for complete beginners. So that is me. Maybe that's you. And so it looks like, it says, part 1, if you're a total beginner, please scan the QR code to watch the tutorial video. It's the fastest way to get you started in no time. So it looks like it comes with everything except scissors, which is typical for a kit. So let's see what the yarn is like. Okay, so I've got, it looks like this is a t-shirt yarn, which is really interesting. I've actually never worked with a t-shirt yarn before. So I have zero crochet skills, but I am quite an advanced knitter. So I do have a lot of experience with different types of yarn and fiber, but t-shirt yarn I have never worked with before. So I've got 2 of these. It's actually quite heavy. I'm assuming it's cotton. I don't know. I don't think it shares the fiber content anywhere. So they have also included contrast color, and it looks like the crochet hook is tucked in here, and there are 2 stitch markers and a darning needle included as well. And these are just this like a plastic darning needle. Okay, so I've got those materials and I've got instructions, and I'm gonna grab my phone and scan the QR code. And yeah, I feel a little bit lost already, but we're just gonna see how this goes. I have about 1 hour to work on this until it will be time to collect my son from the bus stop after school. So let's see how far I get and how this goes. Okay.
Hello everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to make a crochet basket.
Okay, so far we just have the little introductory video that is the same video that they share on the product description on their video on their website for the crochet basket. So all of the videos, it looks like, are available on their YouTube channel. So you guys can all go ahead and check out the Yeezhee, Y-E-E-Z-H-E-E. You can go ahead and check out the Yeezhee YouTube channel, and you can actually watch these tutorials for yourself and see what you think before you dive into ordering this project.
The first part in this tutorial is the bottom of the basket. The bottom requires a total of 6 rounds of crocheting. The second part is the body of the basket. The body requires a total of 10 rounds of crocheting. Now, let's learn how to make a magic ring. We'll be using our non-dominant hand. Wrap the yarn around your pinky finger and pull it out upward. Pull it up between the index and middle fingers, and then wrap it around your middle finger and ring finger. Pinch these 2 loops with your thumb. Take out your crochet hook. Insert into the first loop. Hook the second loop and pull through the first loop. Twist it. The magic ring is done.
No, it's not. Hold on. Okay, so that didn't work for me, but that was because the tail end of my yarn, I didn't leave myself enough room. So I'm gonna back it up a little bit more, and we're gonna try this again with a longer tail. Take 2.
Now, let's learn how to make a magic ring. The magic ring is done. Let's learn how to make a chain stitch. Next, we will make 8 single crochets in the magic ring. To make a single crochet, we're going to insert your hook into the magic ring.
Okay.
Yarn over and pull through the magic ring. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through these 2 loops. So that's a single crochet. We need to make total 8 single crochets in round 1. We can count the V shapes on top.
Okay, I just want to show you that some of mine look really good, but something in here looks really, really weird. So I'm actually going to take this out, and I'm going to do it again. So yeah, I'll check back in with you guys once I get this looking better. I think I've got the motion down now. So I've done this part before a little bit, but not ever with the t-shirt kind of yarn. So I'm gonna do this again because this looks really sloppy to me. But these last few that I did, those look correct. perfect, but I don't know what's going on over here. I don't know what happened. So we're gonna just redo this. I'm just gonna start again. And I will check back in with you when I reach this point, and hopefully it will look much better. The beautiful thing about knitting and crocheting is that unless you've used scissors to cut anything, you can just take it right out and start completely again.
Now, let's learn how to make a magic ring. We'll be using our non-dominant hand. To close the magic ring.
Okay, so what I'm finding is my difficulty is not with following the instructions, but with working so far with this yarn that I'm not used to. The last few stitches go much better than like the first half of the stitches. I'd say like the first 4 out of the 8 stitches, 4 or 5 of them, were really tricky to have the hook grasp this yarn. But then the next 3 or 4 went really smoothly. And I will show you now that I have completed this first step. Now, I think technically there's not supposed to be maybe such a big hole here. We'll see. I'm pretty sure that this is supposed to come like all the way closed. So we'll see how this develops. Let's keep going, but I'm feeling encouraged.
Next, we are going to join with a slip stitch to the hole we marked. We'll insert into the hole we marked.
Wait,
here.
This way. Okay. Okay, so I have just finished round 2. Let's see if we can get it too. So I think we're looking pretty good so far. My hole in the middle, I think, is a lot bigger than it is supposed to be. But I'm just gonna chalk that up to being a complete beginner. Now, to be fair, I have done all of these steps before because I have made amigurumi. So this is actually just good review for me. It's challenging in this kind of yarn, though I do think that this yarn is going to be really great for the basket project that we are doing. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep going and see what they tell me to do next.
Okay, we finished the round 2. Great, now we can move on to round 3. First, we need to chain 1. Yarn over, pull through the loop on your hook. Locate the first stitch. Here. 1 single crochet in it. Insert your hook. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over again, pull through 2 loops on your hook. Take out your marking clip. Mark the single crochet stitch we just made.
Okay, so we have reached the time where I have to go pick up my son from the bus stop. But I did complete the first 3 rounds. So this is the first 3 of 6 rounds for the bottom of my basket. I will say that with just the written instructions, if you've not crocheted before, you're not going to know what to do. They are very limited. You're going to need to follow the video tutorials, which it's good that they have those. The video tutorials are quite thorough. So far, what I don't like about the video tutorials is that they walk you through each of the steps, but they don't really show you how many stitches you're supposed to have at the end of each round, and also how to count those stitches as you go along. So I did have to take out my 3rd row and redo it again because I lost track of where I was. They just tell you to keep going, but they don't really count along with you and help you figure out how far along in that process you are. So when I got to the end of round 3 the first time, I didn't have the right number of stitches, and I'm not really sure where I went wrong. So I just took out that round and I redid the whole thing, and now I've got the 24 stitches that I am supposed to have, and I am in a good place to continue with the bottom of my basket. But I won't be able to get to this until later because it's time to go get my son from school. And so, yeah, we'll take a break here and I'll check in with you guys later on tonight and I'll get back to this then. Okay, so now it is the next day. I want to apologize if you can hear a bunch of outdoor noise. My landlord had a tree cut down today, and now it sounds like there's also lawn people in the area. But that's okay because we won't have too much talking on this video, at least not right now, because I am about to get back to my crochet project. So yesterday, where I left off in the video is I had done just half of what I have here. I had done the first 3 crochet rounds of the bottom of the basket. Now I have done the complete bottom of the basket. I did not have a chance to record any of that, but I did have a few minutes here and there to sit down and crochet a couple of more rounds. And so I got the whole rest of the bottom done. So this is what it looks like. Maybe looks a little bit wonky. What I am noticing is that my hole in the bottom of the basket is quite large. It's really kind of supposed to be tightened up there. So I'm not sure how we're going to fix that, but it is what it is. I am a beginner, and these are things that you go through as a beginner. Your project is not going to be perfect. So I'm okay with that. The instructions so far, once you get through the first couple of rounds, what you're doing is increasing each time. So you're doing the same stitches, just a different amount of each. So I was able to continue the bottom of the basket with little video instruction, just like getting started and finishing off each round before starting the next one is what I checked in the video with. And now I have a couple of hours to sit down and see how far we can get building the sides of this basket, which I'm thinking it's going to be a bit more complicated because, as you see, there are 2 colors. I've never crocheted with 2 colors at the same time before, and I think that that's what we're going to do. So I am really interested to see how this next part goes. I think the bottom of the basket was 6 rounds, and I think building up on the sides is about 10. So I'm hoping that I can finish this in the 2 hours that I have. We shall see. And yeah, let's keep going and see how this goes. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is scan the QR code again so I can bring up the knitting pattern. So when you scan the QR code, it brings you to the very introductory video, but from there, each video tutorial has a separate video on YouTube. So you could actually right now, if you had similar yarn, you could go and crochet this basket and see what you think for yourself.
Next, we're going to start crocheting the body of the crochet basket.
Okay, here's where I am.
Now we can move on to round 1 of the body. First, we need to chain 1. In this round, we're going to do a single crochet in the back loops only all the way around. Okay, we finished the round 1 of the body. The round 2 to round 10 of the body, we will crochet with center single crochet. First, we need to chain 1. We're gonna go through the center of the V's of previous round. Insert our hook and you might need to kind of wiggle it in there. It is very tight.
Okay, so what's great about using your phone is I'm able to zoom in and see exactly where she's putting her hook, because without zooming in, it is pretty difficult to see.
The back looks like this. Yarn over and work it like a regular single crochet stitch. So that is a center single crochet.
Okay, this is a new skill. Okay.
To learn how to change color or change yarn. Take out another color of yarn.
I forgot about this step. Oh gosh, okay. I can do this. Okay, so here's what I have so far, and I'm gonna go around the rest of the way now and Yeah, feeling pretty confident. This part is fussy because of shoving the hook in between the center of these V's. Not easy, but it's possible. Okay, so we're gonna do 7 blue. Oh, I gotta go there, yeah. I'm totally not holding the yarn great, but it's okay. I think so far so good. Right. I'll check back in with you when I've gotten this all done. I did it, you guys. Okay, so here's what we have so far. This is the inside of my basket. The beginning of my round is here. And I have successfully added the second color. So this is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, this center single crochet stitch is a pain in the ass. I don't know if it's the stitch that makes it the pain in the ass or the yarn, this tape yarn, which actually I found out it's not cotton, it is 100% acrylic. It's very soft though. It's just that you're going into like the center of, let's see if I can hold it at over here. You're going not in between the stitches where it would be nice and easy, but like these V's here, you're shoving it into the center of these V's. And it's very, very tight. So I knew if I did it incorrectly in between the V's, if it felt too easy. If it felt too easy, I had a closer look and it turned out I was between the stitches and not in the center of the V like I was supposed to. So I just would take out that stitch and then have a tougher time shoving it in the correct place. And that's how I knew I did it correctly, if it was tough. So, but so far so good. This is, that was not my favorite round. And now I have to do it for like the rest of the basket. So hopefully it'll get easier from this point. Yeah, so I'm gonna see, how much time do I have here? I have about another half hour before I need to get my son from the bus today. So I'm gonna see if I can get, I can probably get 2 more rounds done now that I know what I'm doing. So let's see if I can do that. All right, I'll keep you posted.
Now we can move on to round 3 of the basket body. First, we need to chain 1. In this round, we're going to make 1 center single crochet in each stitch all the way around. Locate the first stitch. Here. 1 center single crochet in it. Take out your marking clip. Mark the center single crochet stitch we just made.
I'm backtracking because I forgot to hide the second color of my yarn for the last couple steps of round 2. That's better. Okay. I think, sort of. That's what we call good enough. Mine's not perfect, but it's a basket. And it's my first one. So, all right. I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Check in with you guys in a little bit. That went pretty quickly. I did that one in about 5 to 7 minutes maybe. All right, let's see. So I have now finished. This is a mess, by the way. I've got yarn tangle over here. This is just messy. My fault though, because I didn't do anything to keep it separate. Okay. So this is what my basket is looking like so far. It's not perfect. Like you can see a stitch through here, but I mean, this is pretty good. This is starting, we're starting to look like a basket. So pretty pleased so far. That round was definitely much easier with these center single crochet stitches. Definitely much easier that time. I think sometimes, I know like with knitting, the first couple of rounds can be kind of tricky as you're starting to establish the pattern. But then as it builds upon itself, the stitches get much easier to read. And so I'm kind of feeling like that's the same case with crochet, which would make sense. So yeah, we're gonna see. I think I should have enough time to do one more round. Yeah, I should have time to do just one more round. So we'll see if we can get one more done, and then I will take a break. I will take a break.
Locate the first stitch. Here, one center single crochet in it.
Hold on, we're stuck. Pause you. I want to show you. What's happening is my hook is getting stuck in the yarn itself. So we're gonna, yeah. There we go. Unstuck. All right. I take that back about it getting easier. Okay, I take back everything I said about it getting easier. My hook keeps wanting to go in these in between stitches holes over. Let's see if I can show you. My hook wants to keep going in these, even though I'm trying to shove it in the middle of the V, it still ends up going in those spaces. It just wants to go in those spaces. So that's my current struggle. I'm gonna get this sorted out, and yeah, I'll just show you this round when it's done. So this is what we've got. I finished the round just about. I have to connect the rounds together, but I don't have time to do that. I need to go get my son from the bus stop. So I think I'm about halfway almost through. I think I'm 4 out of 10 rounds, so I should probably be able to finish this later this evening after kiddo goes to bed. So I'll check in with you guys later. Hello, hello. I am back with an update on my basket crochet project. So it is the next day. Actually, it is quite late at night the next day. So kind of like a day and a half later. And I am now up to the very last row of my basket. So, all right, I have some updates, I have some thoughts, and first of all, I'm very proud of myself because the second half of the basket. So it was half as tall last time I checked in with you guys, and now it is full height except for just the finishing row around the brim of the basket. I did this second half without the help of the video. I knew what I was doing. The pattern was really easy to memorize. I knew exactly how to start and finish each round this time. I knew exactly where to insert my hook into the center of the stitches, which, by the way, it's one of those things. It was so much easier the more comfortable I got doing it. So I want to show you. So this is the edge of the basket. So this is my working yarn right now. So this is the second half. From here up, it looks really good. This is how it's supposed to look, like those slip stitches connecting it. I don't know what happens for the first half of connecting the rounds, other than I have never done this before and it just looks like that. And so obviously I did something wrong. It's supposed to look like this. It's not supposed to look like this. I don't care because it still looks like a basket and it still functions as a basket. So I've actually already used it as a basket to hold the yarn until the next time I am ready to sit down and crochet on it. So that's been really fun. Yeah, so this is how it is looking in general. So I think in general, kind of like the bottom of the basket, pretty wonky as expected. I still like it. I love it actually. It yeah, it's a nice sturdy yarn. It is 100% acrylic, which I'm not the biggest acrylic yarn fan. It has its purpose, I guess, but I prefer natural fibers myself. So if this were 100% cotton, for instance, then that would probably make me a bit happier. But am I still going to use this basket and love this basket? Yes. Is it going to take forever to biodegrade? Also, yes, because it never will, because it's acrylic. But so that's really my only gripe about this. So now I am turning to the video once more because we're doing something new again for the very last round of the basket. And yeah, then I'm just, after that round, I'm gonna just have to figure out how to like weave in the ends and then we'll be done. So yay. All right, let's get back to it.
Next, we will learn how to crochet round 10. In this round, we're going to make one slip stitch in the front loops only all the way around.
so I just got to the end of the round, and I think the basket is just about finished. They told me to get out my scissors and cut the yarn, leaving a decent tail. So I'm gonna do that. I realized that they never said anything about cutting this yarn or what to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and snip this, but I feel like there should have been an instruction to snip this so that I could like hide the contrast color tail in the basket, but because they had just given the same instructions to like do round 9 as the same as round, what was it, 4 or 5, something like that, it didn't have that instruction. So now I'm left with this still connected. Probably not a big deal. I'll just have to weave in something extra. So I'm going to go ahead and snip that as well. And return to the video and see what we're going to do. So I have this much of the contrast color left over and a whole bunch of this left over. And we'll see what we can do with this a bit later. But now let's figure out what we're doing with these ends.
The last step is to hide the excess yarn. Take out our needle and thread the yarn into the needle.
Let's get this little plastic needle.
And then weave it into the stitches of the same color.
Alright, I'm going to watch this part. Weaving in ends is something I do often in knitting, but I've never done it in crochet. Sure, it's a similar process. I don't love it. I don't love weaving in ends, but the finishing details are very important. So, alright. We got it. It was a little difficult to get on this little needle, but all right, I'm going to watch this and see how she does it on the video.
Just put it anywhere.
Just put it anywhere. Okay, seems simple enough. All right, let's hide the ends. All right, so the first thing she did was she poked it through to the other side. So I'm going to do that. She just kind of went down most of these inside stitches here, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I am going to try to use this plastic darning needle. I have other plastic darning needles. Actually, I no longer do because they always break. So I prefer my metal darning needles. I'm going to use this because that's what came with the kit and I want to give an honest review. I'm just a little bit like concerned how difficult it's going to be to use this with this kind of yarn because it's kind of a really sturdy, thick material, and like you can just like see how flimsy the plastic needles are. All of the plastic needles are like that. So it's, you know, all right, here we go. See, it's really hard to get it all the way through the tape stitches. There we go. That in there. It's hard to do with the needle itself. I'm kind of having to use my fingers, which is okay. We are finished. I have finished my first crochet basket. I'm so happy. It's really late at night, so I'm also so tired. So I'm not going to give you my final thoughts on the whole project tonight. I'm going to save that for maybe tomorrow or someday soon. This weekend sometime. It's already Saturday just about, so I wanted to show you though, I closed up the hole in the bottom of the basket when I wove in the end. So yeah, this is my basket. It is wonky, imperfect, and wonderful. So it functions. It's good. I like it. I'm happy. It's done. It's pretty. Yeah. So that's my basket. And yeah, we'll do some final thoughts. Not tonight.